In this video, what I'm going to walk you through is how to turn more of those first calls or the first meetings you have in your deals, how to qualify opportunities and properly sell the evaluation. Many deals die before they even start. And there's a couple key reasons why. So what I'm going to walk you through, and this is the big mistake that most reps make that kill deals before they even start. The 3 steps you should take in that first call to create maximum momentum. And most importantly, how to capitalize on it so that you can have more deals in your pipeline to make more money. So let's get right into it. Big mistake people make. And I want to give you an example here. So I want you to imagine you're on a first date with somebody and you're excited about them. You know, they seem in the ballpark of what you're looking for, and you're just excited to get to know them, right? It's a first date, whether it's over coffee or with dinner, whatever that is. And you're sitting down with them, getting to know them, and they say, hey, what would be your thoughts on us having kids together? Or what would be your thoughts on us getting married? That's going to throw you off because right now you're at this stage where you're saying, hey, I'm just trying to get to know you. I'm interested, but I'm nowhere near that part of the journey of our relationship. So the answer is most likely going to say, you know, the question is most likely going to throw you off. But even worse, you know, you're going to be turned off because you're just not on the same page. It's the same thing in the first meeting. That's a big, massive mistake that most sales reps make is they don't take the time to understand where they're at in the buying journey and meet them where they are. And because of that, just like that first date, because that's what that first call is, it's a first date, you know, the prospects here and their level of excitement, here and here of your excitement, and because you're not aligned and you're not meeting where they are, they fall off. So by meeting where they are, that's how you could progress it forward. So that's a massive mindset shift that you have to have going into these first conversations. And that alone can transform your calls if you make that shift. But I'm going to break this down a little bit more tactically. So how do you create momentum? What are the 3 steps? Number 1, you have to take that time to understand what their goals are for this meeting. Yes, of course, you need to understand what their goals are for the business long term because that helps the evaluation in the big picture. But everyone's got different agendas and priorities for their time. They're giving you their most precious commodity. Ask them what would make the meeting a 10 out of 10 for them. And if you could deliver on that, that alone is going to build a lot of rapport and trust to significantly increase the chances of a next meeting happening. Number 2, get clear on the pain that they're experiencing. And what I mean by getting clear, surface level pain doesn't matter. And I'll give you an example. I talk to sales leaders all the time, you know, because I coach sales reps and train sales teams. And one of the things that they'll share with me is they'll say, hey, you know, we want to provide more resources for our reps because we're just not doing a good enough job for that to help them be more productive. At surface level, that sounds like a big pain, but that's not actually telling me what the real impact is. And that's where the real pain is. So by understanding what are the implications of them not having the right resources, that's what's going to help me properly get aligned with them and create maximum momentum. Whether that's missing quota, revenue targets, whatever that is, that's where the real value comes in. So getting clear on the actual pain, not the surface pain, on that first meeting is going to help create maximum momentum. And then number 3, connect the dots. Make it easy to understand through storytelling of how your solution can effectively help solve their problem. That's what they're trying to understand. That's what this first date is all about. Feeling each other out, seeing if we're in the ballpark. And that's all you're trying to do. So helping them understand that they came to the right place to evaluate, it's all you need to do right here. So connect the dots, and that's going to create momentum. But how do we capitalize on the momentum? And this is how you're going to do it. Number 1, make it easy for them. Evaluations are daunting, and it's a lot of work to evaluate, and it's a lot of work to make changes in the organization. But what I want you to do is make it easy for them to understand how simple an evaluation is and how your job is to help them do it quickly and effectively so that they can make an educated decision. Because that's what your job is. Your job is not to sell them. Your job is to help them make an educated decision and make it easy for them to understand what the steps are in the process and how you're going to guide them through step by step. It's going to make their life a lot easier and make them much more willing to take the leap of faith and take the next step with you. Number 2, insert your authority. You've run evaluations for your product or service dozens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of times. They've done it maybe once, but most of the time, zero. You're the expert here, not them. So by inserting your expertise and helping them understand what's in their best interest on how to properly evaluate quickly and efficiently, that's going to help them feel comfortable taking the next step and that they trust you as their guide to take them through this evaluation journey. And then biggest thing is never leave the party empty-handed. Here's what I mean by this. Time kills all deals. So what I want you to think about is a big thing that you could do to reduce the amount of time in your cycle is never leave that first meeting without a next step on the calendar. That's number one. Number two, and ideally you're getting the cell phone number and getting on a texting basis with the person that you met with on that meeting right there and then. You're not going to be blowing them up, but it's going to start to build rapport and trust. So those two things are going to help you capitalize on the momentum after you've inserted your authority and making it easy for them to understand what an evaluation looks like. So hope this is helpful. Whole goal is to help you take more of those first calls, those first dates, and turn them into long evaluations or a healthy long relationship so that you can win more deals. So use this, implement it, get a bunch of more deals in your pipeline, and go burn it down. I'll see you in the next video.